So this is the output sort of area of my eurorack. It's down the right hand side, mostly in sort of the bottom-ish corner. It starts with the levitate 8 mono outs, generally permanently connected to my disting NT. Used to be the Rossum, but not anymore. So that's lots of percussion and sample sounds or whatever else that it's doing for me. I've got a lot of other percussion sort of modules around here. And there's a compressor here, the little WMD, which is excellent. You can see that there's a trunking module using RJ45 Cat6 cable between the top rack and that lower rack. But there's also a Vertex VCA, not my favorite module. It's all right as a VCA, it's all right for stereo. But I've also got this Befico stereo strip next to it. I'll probably replace the Vertex with another one of those. As you can see, there's a couple of effects. There's the side chaining sort of options with Gemini's path. There's a dual crossfade and so on. So all of these are sort of obvious modules that'll plug into the outputs, which would be the stereo strip or the Vertex, or be routed down to the levitate. So they're all sort of in this area. And because of that RJ45 from the top, I can trunk my effects stereo outputs, up to 3 lots of those via 6 outputs and 6 inputs. And it all just sort of drops to either a stereo line straight to my interfaces or up via the VCAs if I want to have control over, say, the not master volume, but the bus volume for that particular feed. So that's kind of how I do my outputs. I have a lot of trunking in the rack, evidenced by, say, these two LB trunk modules here. Those two trunk over to these two and also up to this one here, and that gives me really easy reach to the modules that I want to send the pitch or the triggers to. And I've got 3 of these in each of the top 2 modules as well to sort of drop whatever CV signals and then be able to plumb them underneath and output them wherever I want. And over on this side, you can see I've got 2 RJ45 trunking modules, and they connect up to these 2. So I just wanted to have all the pitch gate and CV modulation going through those RJ45 signals. And these are beep boop RJ45 trunk modules. They're excellent. There's no crossover. There's none of that shenanigans. They're really good. Really good, actually. So that's kind of how I manage CV and audio. On this side, obviously, it's CV, so triggers, pitch modulation, whereas on this side, it's trunking audio. So that's kind of how I move it around the rack in what's a pretty large rack and still get nice, clean results. And it minimizes the amount of long cables or the number of long cables that go across the rack. I hope that was of some interest to someone. My cat's sitting behind me, so it was obviously of interest to him.